Hello folks, Killface of Baylor here. Today we're Murdon on Epona, and we're doing this because I wanted to do a quick tour of the things that I think are important in the castle, and if we get to it we'll go to just doing a tour of the castle in general, we'll see. I may have to do that later. But basically, I did this on Murdon instead of on a newer character like I have been with a lot of the other quest videos, because it's just faster if I have the mount, and I don't want to kind of cheat the newer character by boosting it with my main. So anyway, here I am at Lord McClure. At about level 6, the quest line will have taken you to here. You should have all 3 laystones, and if not, right, the one you'll be missing will be the one to your right here. So let's go over to the laystone. Alright, so as we go this way, if you were to turn left, you will see that the gladiator here stands in the way of going to the arena. As of the filming of this video, I think the global arena had to be taken down because of some sort of issue, but assuming that it's back up, that will be a place where there is group PvP across all servers. If you're low level and you go in there, expect to immediately die, not as soon as you get in the zone, but as soon as you get in the part where people can fight you. If you're a warrior, walk over to this guy, he'll tell you all this, and then when you go to ask him about axe training, he will actually train you in axes, and you definitely want that. So what just died here was the critical training dummy, which you'll need if you to get the critical strike skill. So anyway, you definitely want to take that. It'll be 10 gold. You should be able to afford it, and go ahead and just spend it anyway. You'll want to switch to axe sooner rather than later to train your axe ability. So anyway, continuing on the right hand side from Lord McClure, if we go left here into the big door, we go to the auction house. Let's take a look at the auction house real quick. All right. This is the main part of the auction house. It's basically, I think, arranged in order by what time things were listed. But whatever it is, I'll do a bit of a tutorial on the auction house at some point. Just the basic features from this menu. You normally want that second thing that says view the auction house. View my bids shows things that you've bid on, and it'll be in blue like that if you are winning the bid, and in red if you are losing. Manage my auctions shows the things you have for sale, and you click something to start a listing. Place listing, and then you can place a listing. We'll cover all that in more depth in a different video. Next to the auction house, there is a mailbox. In the mailbox, you can either collect mail, if you have any, or you can write mail, and you'll see it allows me to write mail, but you see in the bottom left corner that I have 293 stamps. If you don't have any stamps, instead of letting you write mail, it'll say you don't have any stamps. So we go to buy stamps, and this is a normal shop, 10 gold per stamp, and basically it's 1 gold, 1 stamp to send gold, and to send just a plain note. Either one of those things is 1 stamp. Even those together is 1 stamp. And then it's 1 additional stamp to send an item. So if you were to send 1 item, it would cost you 2 stamps, right? Because you're sending a normal text message and you're sending an item. And then if you were to send another item, it would cost you 3 stamps, and so on. Also, you have to have something in the have to have a correct name, and you have to have something in the subject line for it to send. And you can sell to this shop. It's not always the best deal. Oh, I forgot these ridiculous things aren't tradable. Oh well. Nope, that's not tradable either. Do I have anything that's trash that I can sell? Somehow I sort of doubt it. Oh well. There we go. See? It lets you sell whatever. I don't actually want to sell those. I'll pass them to someone new who can use them. Anyway, sorry, got a bit sidetracked. Here we go. back where we were. Okay, so if you go this way, that's the auction house. If you go through the small door, that's the bank. And if you go around here, still the bank. Okay, you can cut in line. That guard will not stop you. If you ever try and count, let's see if I can make it work. See how I kind of got stuck and went around slowly? If you ever get completely stuck, just back away from that guy with the scroll. All right, so in our bank, see, I have 220 slots. You'll actually start with much fewer than this, and then you can actually buy from other players these. Those are backpack expansions that expands the amount you can put in your bag and still fast travel. These are bank expansions. If you use one, it will up the amount that can go in your bank by 50. And you'll see how it's consumables on this menu, so that's consumables over there. If we go to armor, it shows armor. And notice I have all my previous armors. You're welcome to drop them, but I don't if I can avoid it. Now, when I go to all, you'll see it's armor, but also lots of other things. Okay, so anyway, and for those of you who thought my bank would be cool, there you go. My bank's rather lame, but I'll do an inventory video at some point. I'm going to go back to the Laystone. That's everything at this end of the castle that's worth noting, I think. Right? So we're going to go back to the Laystone. Let's do this the right way. We click on this. Boom. Okay. Now, if we go the other way, back towards Lord McClure. Okay. These pet and mount vendors and all that, this lady trains you on pet abilities, and I take all of them sometimes, but as you can see on this character, I only took the ones I thought I would need. This pet shop, right? I can buy a level 1 hare of any type if I have the tokens for it. Or I can sell a hare of any type, and you get half your tokens back. Or I can buy food for a hare, and make sure you're buying the right food for the right level. And that will be true for all of them. So that's what that shop does. And then this is the pet breeder. So if I had 2 brown rabbits, I could click here and buy a small one instead of 2 tinies. Trade in 2 tinies for a small, 2 smalls for a medium, 2 mediums for a large, 2 larges for a huge, 2 huges for a giant. And I know it seems kind of confusing, but see my video on doubling numbers. If you actually get used to doubling starting from 2 as just a fun drill, it'll actually be pretty useful down the line. Things like this come up quite often, right? Your iPhone comes out first as a 4 gig, then it doubles to an 8 gig, and then a 16 and a 32, and so on. And that's what this does, right? We need 1. Those hares cost 1 token each, so we need 2 of them to get a small hare, 4 of them to get a medium, and 8, 16, and 32. And then you can do similar things with the other higher tiers. So anyway, up here, it looks kind of important-ish. It's not really. This guy will give you a quest that can give you a helmet. It's kind of cool to use on alts, but on your first character, it's a bit of a waste of time for the chess pieces, unless you're in a clan that happens to have them. These are vendors that take tokens, right? And they'll have a charm token to match this. I asked for red. Browse charms, more charms, more charms, previous charms. This is how you navigate through. And then you'll see if I have a blue charm, and then underneath the blue charms, there's the blue sparkly charms. And then down here, and I'll show you where this is on the map. See, so Lord McClure is kind of next to where the Lear's Reach sign is. And I've gone to the left of him if I'm facing him. And these are fashion vendors. The ones, this one and this one have the same fashion types, and this one and that one have the same fashion types. It's just allowing you to see it on a male and a female character because they're not going to look exactly the same. But the two pairs are different from each other. So this gives me one set of options for fashion. This one will give me the same, right? But then if I go to one of the ones on the other side, it gives me a completely different list. All right. Now, let's go ahead and look up here for the couple of things that are up here. If we go through this way, we get to a clearing with someone of each type of each class. This skill shard will be needed to destroy for the skills quest. This gladiator will be the first one that you fight, right? So I'm here, but remember I'm upstairs. And then you pick, after you've defeated Menace Blackstone later in the quest, actually they may have changed it, so you only have to get as far as through Crookback Hollow. But you're going to click here, buy manuals. And these are skills, some of which you learn in the quest line, some of which you need to buy on your own. For mages, you don't learn Energy Well, Lure of Ice, or Energy Shield from the quest line, if I'm not mistaken. If you see these type of skills in the auction house, ignore them. They're 5 gold each at a shop, always. So, anyway. Also, if you're not level 35 yet, this tends to be a good place to sell stuff. If you are level 35, you should go to the level 35 luxury vendor. All right. And I guess we'll take a look. This is not important stuff, right? This is just kind of showing you what they've done with the place since the update, right? But also that if you get lost, you can just kind of follow it. Eventually, it'll lead you back out. Now, those are good to collect if you're new, by the way. You can complete a quest to get bounty pledges and then sell the pledges. All right, so this guy already taught me his ability, but he teaches you the novelty ability, which is what allows you to fight on brooms or to fight with phoenix rods or all kinds of different things. And it costs 63 gold. Yeah, maybe worth it, maybe not, up to you. Sometimes there are chicken collectors. Find out if there's a chicken collector on your server that buys common chickens at a high price, in which case you should go ahead and take them. This is where the level 170 gladiator sits, and it's directly above Lord McClure. I don't know if you can see that. But we'll try. Sorry my voice sounds a little weird. I threw my back out, my shoulder out, I guess, yesterday. So I went to see the chiropractor, but as a result, I'm propped up in a bit of an odd position, and it's affecting my voice. There is the level 130 gladiator. There you go. All right. Now, other things that people are going to care about and that are going to be important will be down here, the bounty board. You get 2 free bounties per day. You should do them. Free gold, free XP. Here is, and a chance at pet and mount tokens, as a matter of fact, a guarantee to get them after a certain amount of time at least. And then you can trade them in and sell them for a decent amount of gold. All right. This is just another mailbox. Your mail will be available at any mailbox. Any tokens that you get from the bounty board can be traded with this guy. He gets you pets, mounts, supplies, and fashion. What you want to buy is specifically mount tokens and pet, or mounts and pets, and that's it. And you can't buy the premium pets here, right? The dragon and the seedling and the Phoenix are not available. But that's all. You want to save up until you can trade your tokens to trade purple ones for pets and mounts. And if you're just trading them for gold, mount tokens are worth more on most servers. So you want to buy mounts, and you want to buy the cheapest mount that you can. Because if I were to buy 2 of these, I can actually sell that token, and I'll go ahead and do it so you can see it. All right, and I can sell this token for gold, and I'll show you that in a second. But if I were to spend all 3 of those on a level 3 pet, or 2 of them on a level 2 pet, then I can't break 1 in half. I'll show you how that works. Now we're going to come. So the scissors picture is the barber shop. It lets you change your face and stuff, but you need a token from the platinum shop to do that. We're going to travel back to the Bailey. This is another good spot. There's a cooking shop around here. There's some basic armor shops, but pretty much never buy the basic armor. You'll get better armor for free from quests. This hammer ability trainer, as a warrior, you're going to want to spend the 10 gold on that because it may be useful, and if it's not a huge deal. Okay, so here's what we're going to do as far as the mounts I just bought. We're going to go to the mount breeder, not the mount vendor. Mount breeder. Now, we bought wolves. Brown wolves. Breed brown wolves. Okay. We're going to buy both of them. Or we're gonna breed both of them. Now we'll be off. Now we go sell it to this guy. Werewolves. Sell a werewolf. A brown werewolf. And the level 2 is the lowest you can sell. And that's true in all the different species. But now I've just traded 2 purple bounty tokens for 1 mount token. And the mount token, see, no trade, no such restriction. Suddenly, that token is worth 40k on this server, I think, but it'll vary for your server. So that's a useful thing to know. Also, oops, sorry, I'm stuck with the horses. Right here is another one of those Hunter's Remains spawn points. And this vendor actually takes mount tokens, but it's normally a bad use of mount tokens. You're going to get a random colored barding that's unlikely to sell for more than what the mount token itself sells for. Mount tokens kind of get their value from end game players, or even just kind of richer players who want to speed up the process of getting a mount significantly. This is Bogan the Ragged. He will ask you to bring him 3 pieces of ragged cloth scraps, and you can get this fashion set that he's wearing. And the gloves and boots from this go with a lot of different things, so it is normally worth getting. All right. So anyway, that's brought us all the way back to the doors of Farcraig Castle. There is your tour. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and pass this on to anyone else who may be helped by it.